Today brings a recent selection of 2023 movies, 97 minutes. It was freshly baked in June this year by the beautiful man Jonathan Myers solo starring, and the old actor Eric Baldwin in a one-man supporting role. It has to be mentioned here that Jonas, who used to be handsome like a woman, now he has also become a middle-aged uncle. So today, let me show you his debut work of the year. Just 97 minutes. Not much good to say. The beginning of the story takes place on a passenger plane. It was a fun trip, but they don't know it's dangerous. Just 97 minutes before landing, there was a horrible ending. A group of terrorists suddenly got up. First, he beat a flight attendant to death. Let's kill chickens and monkeys. Immediately disposed of the plainclothes female flight attendant. Soon took control of the aircraft. And it all happened in one go. At first glance, it has been planned for a long time. And then it goes to air traffic control. The supervisor is a black woman, because Jonah may be under too much pressure at work. I was going to submit it to Magnetic City. I didn't expect my last shift ushered in such a messy ending. Immediately after the incident, it was taken seriously by the military and sent a very grumpy person. It's the old playboy Alec Baldwin. Here he plays a commander. His name is Adam. Then I learned about the above situation with Jonah. The question before us is, the plane's failsafe system was breached by criminals. Looks like one of them is a good hacker. This also means that the plane has fallen completely into the hands of the criminals. But here's the good news. Jonah had been notified by the intelligence agency. Indicates that an undercover agent was involved. Now it is the hope of the whole village. It's back on the plane. This person is played by Jonathan. John, due to the process of just ending, had a little accident, causing the plane to plunge rapidly. At this point, he passed out. Fortunately, the communication used to contact the ground. The device fell under the seat. I was lucky not to reveal my identity. And this is when a little boy comes running up. He expressed his desire to find his father. John doesn't have time to play with him. I have more urgent matters at hand. But the little boy told him, when my father was a pilot. John's brain is buzzing. Dead people can never die. If he dies, only terrorists can fly planes on planes. That's it. John pretended to ask his accomplice Lao to contact the passenger. See if there is a doctor trying to save the pilot. Don't say there really is one. Her name is Anna, and it goes back to the Air Traffic Control Authority. This is going to be a problem. The communicator in the undercover ham is a single wire contact, so I can only wait for him to take the initiative to contact the ground. Okay, at the end, at the beginning of the event, he took advantage of the chaos and sent a recording to the ground. Reported that there are a total of several gangsters above, and the name of the organization that gangster belongs to. After hearing the name Alpha Coefficient, Adam's face changed. This organization is the subject of research by the intelligence agency. It's not that hard to deal with them. So Adam decided. iPhone 22 aircraft were deployed to respond to the incident. He doesn't want to repeat 9/11s again, at least until the plane lands. Can shoot it down on the sea. However, Jonas said that it's a bit too much to do. There's another undercover agent on the plane. Shouldn't we count on him? And Adam's answer was this. He wouldn't dare to gamble on such a small probability. What is certain now is, as long as the plane doesn't hit the ground, guarantee some innocent people are spared. Of course, this is also on the plane, in exchange for the lives of a small number of non-workers. But afterwards, we can find a way to remember those who died. Then he turned and left. Soon after, 3 iPhone 22 were dispatched on time. The task of the street is to shoot down the airliner. This scene is back on the plane. After Anna's treatment, the pilot won't die with one breath left. John secretly left a phone number for Anna. Tell him if the pilot wakes up. Notify yourself as soon as possible. But what he never expected was, Anna didn't do what he wanted. I secretly put my phone in the little boy's pocket. It was finally discovered by terrorists. And that's understandable, because Anna doesn't know John's true identity either. In order to have one more helper, John had no choice but to gamble. Then he revealed his true identity, but it's hard for Anna to believe that. until John beat one to death with his bare hands. When eavesdropping on secret terrorists outside, only then did Anna understand. This is John, the only savior on the entire plane. He then got the bad news again. Due to the process of nodules just now, a gangster made a hole in Wujiang Jinshan, causing severe pressure injuries to the aircraft. If the pressure exceeds 17 pounds per cubic meter, the whole plane will break in the waist. No one will survive. So, John's previous actions are particularly important because he asked Anna to give the pilot a break. But it's just a breath. I want to wake the driver up completely and regain consciousness. You need to inject a large amount of adrenal glands. There's a catch. That is, there is a good chance that the pilot will die on the spot. But for the lives of this plane, John has no choice but to sacrifice the driver. The kidney was eventually found in the medical kit of the plane, epinephrine, as you just did, fantasy driver, and asked for a solution from his mouth. This stabilizes the air pressure of the plane, but it's also equivalent to being in front of the child, killed his father, and John really blamed himself. But the bad news is much more than that. After the internal affairs of FEID are dealt with, then came the external problem. The plane will be flying over the city in 10 minutes. What Adam means is, shoot down the corgi in 10 minutes. Even Jonah was trying to persuade, but Adam had no intention of changing his mind. John is still trying his best to find opportunities. CF can regain control of the aircraft on its own, but he doesn't know. The airliner at this time has been locked by the F-22 fighter jet, but at this moment, the terrorist is flying the plane. The system has prompted that it is locked. Under shutdown, they can only activate the preparatory plan. That's jamming radar signals. Don't say it really works. As soon as the signal is sent, underground command operations are impossible to complete. See here, Adam ordered the pilots to attack autonomously, basically with their right eye. But then tragedy struck, because the terrorists changed course. Plus ground radar is jammed. The missile missed its target. Instead, he shot down another flight. This is incredibly embarrassing, but in hindsight, it was a blessing of misfortune. Why do you say so? We look up and down. The loud explosion made John realize the military on the ground wants to do it in this way. Solve the battle. John sees this. Anxious. Why is that? The reason is simple. Because of the terrorists reprinted on this plane, carrying a nuclear bomb. Now I finally understand. Why did you say it was lucky among misfortunes? However, at this point, Adam was unaware and still lost orders. Warplanes launch attack. John, hurry up. It doesn't matter what is exposed or not. Directly notify the ground that there is a nuclear bomb on the plane. Stop the attack now. That's what stopped Adam. But a wave of unresolved waves rises again due to the fluctuation just now. Cause the terrorist that John had executed earlier fell out of the locker. When John saw this, he couldn't hide it any longer. Sooner or later, reveal your identity. If that's the case, it's better to give it a go. That's it. John snuck together some brave passengers, prepared to strike back. Dynasty John prepared a hand in advance. Terrorist organizations at this time. The bearded man just found the fallen body, but I haven't waited for the report yet. He was directly knocked out by the ambushed John. Meanwhile, the passengers began to fight back. Take advantage of the chaos. John will. The last terrorists were dealt with. That's how a whole bunch of terrorists were eradicated. But here it is. It always gives people a kind of broken iron shoes and nowhere to find. It feels like all the hard work. I see that there is still nearly 1/3 of the progress bar. There must be a reversal. Sure enough, the reversal has only just begun. After regaining control of the aircraft, Adam ordered from command, tell John to restart the plane's system as soon as possible. This can make the plane heavy. New return to autonomous driving, and they had two main objectives. First, there's not a real pilot on the plane right now. If you want to land safely, autopilot must be started. The second is that the plane has run out of fuel. It was mentioned at the beginning of the video. The plane only burns up for 97 minutes. Now only. less than 10 minutes of travel. At this critical juncture, the only way is to restart the system, and John took a leap of faith after the plane fell rapidly. Fortunately, this didn't last long. The system slowly recovers. Then comes the final step. Enter the password for the aircraft system. The result is this step, ushered in the biggest reversal of the film. When Jonah outputs the password, there was no sound. The picture came to Anna. At this point, a terrorist is on the verge of death. Anna is kind enough to go to the rescue, and I got some amazing news that this person is the real undercover agent. That John is an imposter. It's this dying man, a recording made when the ending occurs, and then I accidentally dropped the comms. Finally, John found out. That is to say, this John has been taking its relief. After learning the truth, Anna was completely killed. But then came another reversal. It was mentioned before. When Adam heard the name Alpha Coefficient, his face changed dramatically, and the reason for this is a bit of a drama. This organization was involved in a terrorist attack, killed Adam's daughter by mistake. For revenge, Adam repays the man with his own way. Soon used his military status, found the leader of the organization. This is John, but it didn't kill him, but killed his wife and children in front of him. I just want him to experience the pain of losing his family. So Adam was very clear from the beginning. This organization is after itself. The purpose is revenge. That's why he is desperate to send F-22 to solve the target. So it seems that preventing Conchi from being just a peacock head. In fact, it is to save his own life. But then the drama and so on happens again. What John didn't expect was, Anna saw through what she had done, and he comes up to John with the gun. But at this time, Anna was still dubious. Ask yourself if John is pretending. Why hurt? Fellow, John's answer was straightforward. Because he knew them all. But I don't know who. The best solution is to kill them all. Then send yourself a golden water. In this way, you can gain your trust to obtain the password for the aircraft system. In the end, Anna shot without mercy, result of John, and re-entered the aircraft system password. The plane also landed successfully. With the death of John, Adam breathed a sigh of relief. It's the perfect ending for him now. Save your life. Rescue the remaining hostages. But he was in vain. Lost all the passengers of the other plane. Husband's days in the future will be difficult. The most ironic part of this film is the ending. John's terrorist attack. It should be regarded as an act of revenge for his wife and children. Until he died, I still have a photo of my wife and children in my hand. Same father. A revenge was successful. Killed the target's wife and children without any effort. And the other one wasted the power of 9 bulls and 2 tigers. The opponent is still unscathed. I died miserably on the plane. What is the director trying to convey here? Do you see it? Okay, that's it for today's video. Favorite friends can take a look at the original or a wasp talking about a movie. Don't forget to like, comment, and follow. Friends who like the video can also long press like it and recommend it in particular. Thank you for your consultation and love. See you next time.